And greetings everybody, and welcome once again to another JeSter Reviews. And before we get underway, I think it would be remiss of me not to mention that we are in the middle of what you may call a crisis here in the UK. And indeed, I am at this moment in time in the middle of what we call a self-isolation process, which means, yes, the dreaded coronavirus has finally taken a grip of the UK. Now, although I am not showing any symptoms of this dreaded virus, some of my family are. No, I'm not suggesting that they have it, but I've decided that while I'll be self-isolating, I want to make life as light as possible. So please join me today to review the Breen Plesh Brek Heavy Raider. And in addition to reviewing this ship, as I've completed the Battle of the Binary Stars event, I've picked up the drone. There it is. So here's our .7 drone. So let's have a quick look and see exactly what he does. So that's where you slot him. Let's have a quick look. More details here. So here we are. This is the Universal Kit Module .7 drone, which can be equipped on any career, tactical, engineer or science. And once you click on this, it fabricates a .7 utility drone that will follow and assist you. It will periodically attempt to cripple the damage resistance, damage output and or movement speed of nearby enemies by using fuse armor and or weapons malfunction. The .7 is also equipped with an automated repair and support field that enhances the performance and health of the nearby electronic allies such as turrets and drones. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? In case of emergencies, it is also equipped with a fusion welder. Well, you know, never be without a fusion welder. You never know when you might need a fusion welder. You never know. That can be used as a last line of self-defense against enemies at short range. Yeah, I bet that stings, getting hit with a fusion welder. Right, .7 drone fabrication, what's that? Well, it's exactly the same as that, isn't it? Target self, 1.25 second activate, 1 minute 30 second recharge, creates a .7 drone for 60 seconds. Not very long, really, is it? Short range fusion welder, 51.2 damage times 5, 66.5 DPS to 1-4 within 3 meters. Uses weapon malfunction and or fuse armor and up to 1-4 every 5 seconds. Applies diagnostic scan to all electronic allies within 20 meters. Excludes bridge officers. Electronic allies. I wonder if that includes androids. Bridge officer androids. Oh. Yeah. Plus 41.9 hit points second. Plus 30 all damage resistance rating. Plus 30% all damage. Right, I have to say that I have used the .7 drone with some of my other characters, and I've not really been impressed by it. I think for the time it took for me to get it doing the event, yeah, I feel slightly robbed by it, to be honest with you. But we'll use it and we'll see how we go with it, and in time hopefully I'll find some use for it. As for now, I suppose it can follow me around and we'll see what it can do. Right, so here we are on the Breen Plesh Brek Heavy Raider bridge. Let's have a look around. And we should stop doing that. There's no need for that. My word. Right, so this is where you access the bank account. It never said anything about you having a horn. My word. As we move through here, yeah, it's a bit. Somebody, can you see me? Oh yeah, here he is. Look, here he is. Is he still with me? Oh yeah. Oh my word. Yeah. Look, can't you find something to repair, for goodness sake? So here we go. Just be careful with your twizzly things, will you, if you don't mind. Where are we going? Oh, here we are. Right, here we go. Hello, Romulan person. How are you doing? Yeah, please don't mind Robbie. He doesn't mean anything. Oh, we shouldn't do that. It's me. It's far too loud. So what's this? Where are we here? This is the duty officer's console. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have on here? Oh, here it is. Is it? Just be careful with your twizzly things, will you? Might do somebody a mischief. Look, here we are. We've got a leak. Can you? Oh, now he goes. I find him a job to do, and he goes. Marvellous. Yeah. I think I'll have to sort something out with that horn business that he does. Can't cope with that going off every 2 minutes. Get right on my nerves with that. Right, let's have a look over here. Here we are. Access to library files. Yes, right. Well. Right, as you can see, Robbie has joined me yet again. And if he doesn't stop with this horn business, yes, he's going to end up being a pile of scrap metal somewhere in engineering. Right, so we've had a look on the inside. Let's take a look on the outside. Well, I have a word with this drone. Now look, we can't carry on like this. So, here we are. The Breen Plesh Brek Heavy Raider. And I actually quite like this design. It is very quirky, and I do like quirky designs. It'd be nice if it was bigger, but yeah. And I should also mention that this is a T5U ship as well. Yeah, I quite like this. It's quite nice. I quite like it. Right, so let's have a look at the build, shall we? So this is a 4 weapons to the front and 2 weapons to the rear build. I'm actually running.
Some time ago, there was a temporal disruption involving the USS Enterprise C.
Oh, thank you. Dear me. Just interrupting my review. Right, so where was I? Alright, here we are. This is the 4 weapons to the front and a 2 weapons to the rear build. I'm running 3 dual pulse phaser cannons at the front and a pulse phaser cannon, a single one, at the front as well. In the rear I'm running 2 pulse phaser turrets. The deflector is the Nukara deflector array and the Nukara impulse engines, and for the 2-piece set I get a plus 5% bonus energy weapon damage. Weapon stabilizers automatically removes weapons disabled, can only occur up to once per 60 seconds. Now, I have been hearing some good things about this combination, so the jury's out. I just want to test it and see how well it is. The warp core is an Elite Fleet plasma integrated warp core. That's given me a 66% power transfer rate and a 10% weapons power cost, plus 10 resistance rating to subsystems power drain. Maximum warp factor 12.34, maximum speed 17.5, Starship warp core efficiency. Not exactly happy about this either, but I don't think I've got anything else really that's any good. What's that one? The Beijing one. No, I'll stick with what I've got for now. In the shields, I'm running the Mako Resilient Shield Array, and that's very rare, Mark 15. Experimental weapons is the experimental hyper excited ion stream projector. I did well there. I haven't practiced that one honestly. In the devices, I'm running the subspace field modulator, which gives me plus 34 all damage resistance rating for 15 seconds and a minus 400 proton damage resistance rating for 15 seconds. So yeah, we're a bit susceptible to proton weapons with that one. Red matter capacitor, which basically is a battery. Engineering consoles, the universal simulated module console, 1.1 critical chance and a 10.9 critical severity. And here we have Trellium deplating, and this can be picked up for free. And you can pick this up in, where is it? Future Proof, I believe. Ragnarok.
Noi and his allies have engaged Alliance forces at Procyon 5 in the 26th century.
There it is.
Your work.
Free piece of kit, really good. So I'd highly recommend you pick that up. I'm also running the bioneural infusion circuits, and this little doohickey, the universal sensor disruption field. Placate and damage resist debuff each second for 15 seconds to all foes within 5 kilometers. Oops, a daisies, where have we gone? There we go. Placate for 10 seconds or until you deal 22,615.4 damage to jammed target. Jammed target? Oh. Damage to jammed target. It's a strange term, isn't it? Anyway. Improved by auxiliary power level and control expertise. Minus 10 all damage resistance rated for 10 seconds, 1 minute recharge. So it is actually part of a 4-piece set, so I'll have to look at that and see where the others are. Oops, I've been invited to a fleet, sorry. So here we have the 0-point energy conduit, which is 2.1 power to all subsystems, 23.4 starship drain expertise, improves energy and shield drain resistance to same, 2.1 critical chance. The console universal approaching agony, which is giving me 15% phaser damage and a 1.5 critical chance. Moving on to tactical consoles, I've got the universal plasmonic leech. I have the universal domino, which is giving me 15% phaser damage and a plus 20 accuracy rating. I'm running a tactical vulnerability locator, which is giving me 39.4 phaser damage and plus 2% critical chance. From my Arbiter, I'm running the Universal Abrasive Hazard Shielding, and that's giving me 5% shield resistance and improved shield regeneration rate by 10%. Secondary shields, damage absorption, hull and shield heal absorbs 12,925 points of damage for 45 seconds upon exploration. Oh, right, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Right, here we are. Upon expiration, plus 24,187.5 hit points, 11,449.7 shield regeneration, applied once to each facing, 2 minutes recharge. And finally, I'm running the Tactical Vulnerability Exploiter. That's giving me a 39.4% phaser damage and a 9.8 critical severity. The statistics on this ship are as follows. The hull is 74,962 with the resists, weapon damage resists, in the early 30s. We have phase resist at 44.5%. Most of the others are in the early 30s. Radiation resist is always low for me, that's 18.3. Accuracy rating 42. Not entirely happy with that. I think that could do with being a bit higher. However, the critical chance is 23.2, which is above my 20% target, and critical severity is 158.0, which is also above my 120% target. Stations on this ship, we have a Lieutenant Commander Universal Station, which I've made into an Engineer Station, and here we have a Lieutenant Universal Station, which can also be used by an Intelligence Specialist. Here we have another Lieutenant Universal Station, which can be used as a Miracle Worker Station as well. And this is another Universal Station which I've assigned to a Tactical Bridge Officer. I wonder if I should have... No, we'll leave that alone. And finally we have a Commander Tactical Station, and I've equipped this with Keen Sight Laced Weaponry, Cannon Scatter Volley 1, Cannon Rapid Fire 2, Cannon Rapid Fire 3. The Master is Precise Weapon Systems, increased accuracy, +5 accuracy rating. Tactical Maneuvers, increased defense, +5 defense rating. Tier 3, 10% kinetic damage and 10% energy damage. And Tier 4 would be increased critical severity, +15% critical severity. Right. So without further ado, I'm quite keen to take her out into the field and see how she performs. I'm sure you're keen to see how she performs as well. So I will see you momentarily. So here we are, the 9th rule.
Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking up any house.
I think you're right. Oh, yep, okay.
Is ready to assist you.
Oh dear, they do go on, you know, don't they? I have to...
Lead the way. Sure God will follow.
Yes, thank you. Yes, righty
Reading
ho.
a single Ferengi vessel. Marauder class. Safety cloaked.
Thank you, yes. My word. Yes, she feels quite responsive, this Breen ship. My word. Right, let's speed it up. Oh, here.
I made myself clear.
Yes,
Jack.
yes,
These are
yes.
some of their ships for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
Right, well,
Modron got the Trojan to come all the way through.
let's see what she can do.
Let the Ferengi rot. We will deal with this prey.
I do like these pulse phaser cannons, they are quite wicked. It's taking me some time to get used to the ship. She's very responsive. Very, very twitchy. You can turn her on a dime. Well, that was quite enjoyable. Oh dear. Well, I really liked that. That was quite cool, wasn't it?
Well, there's good news and
Oh yes, there's always good news and bad news. My word. Right, so oh, go on then. We'll take the weaponry. And let's move up here. Very quickly. Alright, here we go. Alright, energize,
Yeah.
yep.
Middleman here, Modron. Give us the spores.
You treacherous. These you'll get burst.
Well, I'm very impressed. I haven't yet had to use any of my specialised consoles here, so.
The nerve.
Alright, yes, thank you. Yeah, yes, the tractor beam. No, where are we going? Oh, we're going over here.
I know where the Bajoran orb of acquisition is.
Oh, right.
Partner.
No, you can keep it. No, I don't want that. It's gonna let me take it, isn't it? I have to get rid of it. Right, so.
The Birmingham is
Right, yes, let's get to the fun. Right, here we go. This is where the fun starts.
Why are you defending that Ferengi worm? He's not worth dying for.
Well, I have to say she's great fun to fly. Very manoeuvrable. I think the cannons are just right for this ship, to be honest with you. And she doesn't seem to be struggling just yet. Although, I think I may have spoken too soon. call for help. See, I had to open my mouth, didn't I? I had to say that things were going well, and as soon as I said that, we started losing shields and hull. Yes, jinxed myself. But anyhow, she's recovered well, and we are back in the game. There we go. Right. Yes, thank you. Well, there you have it, the Breen Plesh Brek Heavy Raider. And I'm gonna have some fun with this ship. I really enjoyed that. That was quite a good session. Yes, she's got great potential. I like the way she handles, and I like the way the ship is designed. As I say, she's very quirky. So there you have it. And on a personal note, I hope you all keep safe and keep well, and in the face of this coronavirus, keep washing your hands and do exactly as your medical authorities advise. And in the meantime, I'm going to try and sort this .7 drone out, because I can't have him messing around with that horn like he has been doing. He's going to frighten the life out of us. So until next time, keep safe. This is JeSter signing off. Now, what have I told you about that horn? It just nearly scared the life out of me.